Gary, a late defeat today. Your thoughts, please?
A real disappointment. I mean, all that noise about undefeated and such like now can be parked up, and we can now focus on trying to achieve something this year, Jack. I think that's been something hanging over us. There've been far too many draws. There's been far too many games where, we haven't quite had enough to gain the 3 points. Is the bottom line. I've tried to defend the group as best I can. It's hard to criticise the offensive side today because we've scored 3 goals away from home, and when you go in at half time 3-1 up, you should go on and win the game. There's no question about that. We made the point at half time and emphasised the need for the next goal or there to be no goals, and we've had 2 great opportunities to put the game to bed. We've had 2 great passages of play that's got us in. I want to say passages of play, we got the press right, nicked it, and we were 1v1 twice. Make it 4-1 more likely destroys their spirit and belief, and we go on and win the game comfortably, but we never, and we've paid the price. The 3 first goals that we've conceded, 1, 2 and 3, they're really great on me, Jack. Second phases of set plays, players not taking responsibility with their jobs and their tasks, players switching off. It's criminal. It really is. I just won't accept it. That's all 3 of the first goals have been scored. The second goal is the last goal is a passage of play we've got down in their bottom right corner. In the last minute of the game, we either need to pick someone out or we need to keep possession, and we don't. And 10 seconds later, it's in the back of our net with a sublime finish from them. But it's not a game we should lose, Jack. It's not a game we were in control of. Admittedly, I don't think we controlled the game anywhere near well enough, but it's not a game we should lose.
Having made a strong start after the break, we were caved into our own half for large parts of the second half. What do you put that down to?
Lack of leadership. I think with the players that have come out of the side, I put it in the change room and I said that we need to show that we've got the ability to deal with the losses of Paxman, Merrifield and Johnson, and it didn't look like we could. I didn't like a lot of our play in the second half in terms of when we were in possession. We panicked and there was no composure, there was no conviction. I will add though, Jack, that it was always going to be a performance in the second half that was going to challenge us. We had Moses not played an awful lot of football, and Sujana not played an awful lot of football. Arj Kresnicki not played an awful lot of football. Kane Keller not played an awful lot of football. So all of a sudden you're talking about half of your outfield team going to get to the latter stages of the game and need to dig deep, and we just didn't have enough to dig as deep as we needed, and it was a performance that, and you'd have to say a performance on both parts that you'd have to say a draw was about right, but they've won it with a bit of magic at the end.
Arj Kresnicki netted on his debut a fine free kick to make it 2-1 in the first half. That must have been one positive from today.
3 goals away from home, Jack, when the front end of the pitch has been criticised, and rightly so. I'm pleased to see Moses get a couple of goals today. They're positives, and obviously Arj as well. But there's not too many positives you can take out of a 4-3 defeat away from home when you're 3-1 up at half time. I watched the game back, and like we always do, but present, I can't see any positives yet.